The scent of damp earth and blooming jasmine hung heavy in the air, a familiar embrace to young Anya. Her village, nestled at the foot of the Whispering Peaks, was known for its vibrant pottery and even more vibrant rumors. Anya, however, was known for her quiet curiosity and the way she seemed to find beauty in the overlooked. One sweltering afternoon, while helping her grandmother sort through sun-baked clay, Anya overheard hushed whispers about the moonpetal bloom. It was a legendary flower, said to bloom only once every 10 years, high on the steepest, most treacherous slope of the Whispering Peaks. Legend claimed that whoever found and nurtured the moonpetal would be blessed with unparalleled wisdom. The village elder, Old Master Chen, a man whose wrinkles held more stories than his ancient books, warned against seeking it. "The path to the moonpetal is not for the faint of heart," he'd croaked, his eyes glinting with a distant memory. "Many have tried, driven by ambition, and none have returned with true wisdom, only empty hands and humbled spirits." Despite the warnings, the idea of the moonpetal took root in Anya's mind. Not for personal gain, she reasoned, but for the good of her village. Lately, there had been growing tensions between the potters and the weavers over dwindling water supplies, and perhaps, with true wisdom, she could find a solution. The next morning, before the sun had fully kissed the peaks, Anya slipped out of her home, a small waterskin and a handful of dried fruit her only companions. The lower slopes were familiar, the air cool and crisp, but as she ascended, the path grew steeper, the rocks sharper, and the ancient trees more gnarled and forbidding. She wasn't the only one seeking the moonpetal. Later that day, she stumbled upon two figures arguing loudly beside a treacherous ravine. One was Rohan, a strong, ambitious young man from the Pottery Guild, known for his speed and determination. The other was Lila, a resourceful and clever woman from the Weaving Guild, known for her intricate knots and quick wit. Both were exhausted, their faces streaked with dirt and frustration. "You pushed me, Rohan," Lila accused, clutching her scraped arm. "Trying to get ahead. You were blocking the path," Rohan retorted, his jaw tight. "The moonpetal isn't for those who dawdle." Anya watched silently, hidden behind a cluster of thorny bushes. She had seen them race past her earlier, driven by a fierce competitive spirit. They were stronger, faster, and more equipped than she was, yet here they were, embroiled in conflict. She continued her slow, steady climb, her gaze fixed on the ground, searching for stable footholds, not for shortcuts. She noticed a faint, almost invisible trail branching off the main path, leading into a dense thicket of shimmering, almost translucent ferns. No one else seemed to notice it, so focused were they on the obvious, direct route. Hesitantly, Anya followed the faint trail. The ferns rustled as if whispering secrets, and the air grew strangely warm. She soon found herself in a hidden grotto, bathed in a soft, luminescent light. And there, amidst a bed of moss, was not the grand, singular moonpetal she had envisioned, but a scattering of small, delicate, silvery white flowers, each one glowing with a gentle, inner light. They were not the flamboyant bloom of legend, but humble, unassuming flowers. As Anya knelt, a faint, sweet melody filled the air, a melody woven from the rustling leaves and the gentle hum of unseen insects. She carefully touched one of the petals, and a warmth spread through her fingertips, not the fierce heat of power, but the gentle warmth of understanding. She realized then that the legend wasn't about finding the moonpetal, but about finding a specific kind of bloom, a bloom of inner peace, humility, and the ability to see beauty in the ordinary. The true wisdom wasn't about gaining immense power, but about understanding the interconnectedness of things, the subtle balance of nature, and the importance of gentle effort over forceful ambition. Anya spent the night in the grotto, not plucking the flowers, but simply observing them, letting their quiet magic seep into her. She noticed how the ferns around them thrived, how a small, almost imperceptible trickle of water flowed nearby, nourishing the moss. She understood that true abundance often lay in unseen places, sustained by gentle care. The next morning, she descended the mountain, her steps lighter, her heart fuller. She encountered Rohan and Lila near the base, bruised and disheartened. They had reached the peak, only to find nothing but barren rock. There was nothing there, Rohan grumbled, kicking at a stone. Just an old legend. Lila sighed. We wasted our time. And now the water issue in the village will only get worse. Anya, with a serene smile, spoke softly. Perhaps the wisdom wasn't at the peak, but along the path. She told them about the hidden grotto, the unassuming moonpetals, and the gentle trickle of water she had found. Rohan, initially dismissive, listened intently as Anya described how the subtle flow in the grotto was actually a small, almost forgotten spring, capable of being redirected with careful, collaborative effort. Lila, with her keen eye for detail, immediately understood the potential. Together, the three returned to the grotto. Rohan, with his strength, helped clear away debris, and Lila, with her ingenuity, helped fashion a simple system of channels to redirect the water. It was a small flow, but steady and consistent. Back in the village, Anya shared her insights, not as a conqueror of the peaks, but as a humble observer of nature. The villagers, witnessing the fresh, clean water flowing into their shared basin, were amazed. The solution wasn't grand or dramatic, but simple and sustainable. The tension between the potters and weavers eased as they learned to share and manage this new resource collaboratively. Anya never sought recognition for finding the moonpetal. She knew the true wisdom lay not in being the fastest or the strongest, but in patience, observation, and recognizing the quiet beauty and abundance that often lay hidden in plain sight. Moral of the story: true wisdom is often found not through ambition and competition, but through humility, observation, and an appreciation for the subtle and often overlooked details of life. Collaboration and understanding, rather than individual conquest, often lead to the most meaningful and sustainable solutions.